Listen up, because what's about to be said hits the nerve every founder, investor, and leader feels but barely admits. You're tired, exhausted, running on empty, trying every old trick in the book to get leads that actually convert. You're sick of ads who don't land, campaigns that bleed money, content that somehow disappears into the void. It's brutal out there. The old ways? Dead. They don't work anymore. People scroll, skip, zone out. Your message drowns in noise, and every failed attempt just feeds the frustration deeper. There's a gut-level anger that something this basic, connecting to real leads, feels impossible. But it doesn't have to be this way. Here's the hard truth. The game changed when podcasts started dominating attention. Not because they're trendy or shiny, but because they break through every wall you hit online. People trust podcasts like no other medium. When someone listens to a voice for 30, 40, 60 minutes, they're not just halfway paying attention. They're already hooked, often leaning into the story, the insight, the vibe. That's gold. Leads generated here aren't random clicks. They're real prospects who've heard your message in an intimate, unskippable way. Now, stop thinking about podcasts like just another channel. You're missing the point if all you want is to slap on some ads or do a quick guest spot. That's noise again. Here's what moves the needle. Owning your space in the podcast ecosystem. Not as a guest, not as an outsider, but as a host who builds a community. You need to create a podcast that's laser-focused on your exact audience, packed with killer conversations that speak directly to their pain and ambition. The things that keep them up at night and fuel their drive. Forget broad topics. Dig into real, gritty problems no one else wants to touch. Bring on guests your target audience respects. Make it so valuable that your listeners can't hit pause without feeling they're missing out. The bonus? When you own the mic over time, you build trust that no cold email or LinkedIn message can match. Leads come to you because they want what you're putting out. That's leverage. But don't stop there. Podcasts are a two-way street. Use your episodes as powerful content to fuel follow-up strategies. Clip highlights to bite-sized, shareable pieces on social, yes, but also send these snippets personally to prospects. Open conversations with genuine value, not generic pitches. The emotional connection and trust baked into podcasts make your outreach dramatically more effective. People don't ignore a message that sounds like a trusted friend, even in a world drowning in noise. Here's the real kicker. Podcast-driven leads don't just convert better, they stay longer. Because they've already bought into your mindset, your approach, your worldview through your voice. You've filtered out tire kickers and scavengers. What's left are the people willing to invest, risk, and grow with you. If there's one brutal step to start right now, create a podcast, but then obsess over distribution and deep engagement. Host live Q and as-after episodes, invite listeners into exclusive discussions, ask for their input down to the last detail. Make them feel heard. Connect on a human level beyond whatever your product or service is. Because at the end of the day, lead generation isn't just about numbers. It's about building real damn relationships before the first meeting. Podcasting isn't some side hustle. It's a full-on strategy transformation that flips the lead gen game on its head. Get this wrong, and you're just throwing ammo into a black hole. Nail it, and you've tapped into a lead source so powerful it feels like bending reality to your will. So drop the impatience, forget the shortcuts, and commit to mastering this space. Start your podcast like you mean it. Be relentless in creating value, ruthless in cutting the crap, and fiercely human in your approach. That's how you turn listeners into leads. Loyal, paying, engaged leads that fuel your growth and power your mission forward. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to learn more.